Hi everybody. Today we're going to do day 10 and day 11 of 100 days of tags. Yesterday, I guess I pushed myself a little too hard in some activities that I was doing, and I crashed pretty hard. I think I was asleep by like 8 o'clock last night. I know at some point my husband kind of woke me up and said, "Hey babe, why don't you go to bed?" And it never even happened. I never left the couch. So, yeah. Needless to say, I didn't get my day 10 filmed yesterday. And today has been quite the experience. Just trying to get anything going. Tried to log into my computer this morning and it said, well, first, I wiggled my cables around to see why my camera keeps going all weird. And when I wiggled the cable, the camera warbled. So I was like, okay, cable must be loose. So I pulled my computer toward me a little bit so I can get to the back. Got the cable plugged in. Well, and then when I went to log into the computer itself, it said my password has expired and needs to be changed. It's only 2 months old, so I don't know why. But then it wouldn't, you have to enter your current password before you can change it to a new password. Well, it wouldn't accept the new password. Yeah, it's been a morning. So I'm going to do some crafting, try to find my happy place a little bit. So day 10 was blending. Grab my book. I still haven't found the elastic to hold my book closed. Day 9 and 10, sorry, not 10 and 11, 9 and 10. So day 9 was ink blended tag, and today, day 10, is simple lined journaling tag. Okay. So day 9, supplies you'll need: white or light cardstock, blending brushes, distress inks, hole punch, ribbon, whatever. Cut your tag base, blend multiple colors across the surface, add water splatters or stamping for extra texture, punch a hole and thread with a ribbon or twine. So we're going to start with yesterday, so day 9's. I'm finally going to use this image. It's kind of like shown up on a few videos as I've been digging through that red bucket. I went ahead and fussy cut it the rest of the way out since I'm now going to use it. I've also cut out a little beehive honeycomb structure. This is one of my brand new dies that I just got in the mail yesterday. Day before? I don't remember. Anyway, I have one of these already, similar to this. Not the same, but similar. Who knows where it's at. I went through my my die box twice. Boxes. All 4 boxes. I've got 4 now. I bought a new box so I could spread things out. Now I have room to buy more. But I went through all 4 boxes twice looking for my other honeycomb die, and I couldn't find it. So I'm not sure where. I don't know where it ended up. I thought I had some paper out that I could use for this, but don't see it. So I have pulled out, since I'm going to use some water spritzing, I have my distress oxides, carved pumpkin, and scattered straw. So orange and yellow. I don't have any oxides in green. I've even drank an entire cup of coffee this morning dealing with the craziness. So I will just get a distress ink. They are somewhat water reactive, not as beautifully as distress oxides, but it's okay. So we're gonna blend the 3 colors, orange, yellow, green, that are on my bumblebee embellishment here. And I'm gonna start with the lightest color first. So again, this is scattered straw, and it is a distress oxide. My card is bent, so it's going to be a little challenging to not get hung up. On the edges there. The oxides, they spread so much nicer than the distress inks do. They lay down so much easier and cleaner. A little orange over here in the corner. A little more yellow there. And then my green blending brush. Again, if you do this kind of work or you do any kind of stencil work, I highly recommend that you invest in some blending brushes. Your stencils will like you better. The stencils will like you better. Your paper will like you better. Your dollars will love you because they won't be getting eaten up by the stencils. Okay. This is going to be a simple little tag. Get some. As Pam calls this, the water cup. Let's do some droplets on there. This out of the way. So I do have a video coming out this afternoon. It is the first of my Teensy Weensy Tuesday, and it is working on miniature houses again. I will warn you now if you're going to try to watch it. It's just a few minutes in, my camera and I didn't know it. And then because it was gone for so long, it actually shut off, which then shut down my recording, obviously. And I didn't realize it. So it's only like a 10-minute video. Most of what I did is missing. But feel free to tune in and watch it if you so choose. I'm going to run my blow dryer over this real quick. Okay, so you can see what spritzing it with water. You can see like these little, it creates like relief spots, I guess you would call them, for lack of a better word there. I'm going to turn it this way since there's a little more visible. Go ahead and cut these tag shape. Now some people are gonna, see the video that I posted for my Teensy Weensy Tuesday and go, why bother? I bother because I don't hide. That's not even the right word. I show everything in its truest form. I don't alter how people may perceive me as a creator based upon, what I show. I show everything. Unedited, uncut, raw, real, human, me. So, mistakes and all. So I'm trying to decide where I want to put this. Thinking I want to go like right that direction. So if you use dies and die cuts in your work, really things like this, I mean, you could tediously, right? This was a trick I learned. I don't remember whose channel it was. I gotta refill this bottle. This is just regular white glue. Although this one was a mixture of several different types of school glue. Because I had a bunch of almost empty bottles, so I just dumped them all in together. Like there's even some gel glue mixed in there. But you gotta mind getting messy a little bit. Put the glue there, and then just tap your intricate dies into that glue. Push it down if you need to, but most of the time you won't need to. It'll just naturally get glue all over the back. Go ahead and lay that down. Just give it a I will cut off anything that, falls over, like over here. And then you just wipe whatever glue. You also got to be okay with a little bit of waste, obviously. Now, I know people that do dies that don't use that technique because they don't like the feeling of glue on their hands. Boggles my mind a little bit, because how do you craft without getting glue on you? Because I get glue on me all the time, and that could just be. And I know it's not just me, because I watch other crafters where they're like, I'm gonna throw this away. We're not gonna hold on to that itty bitty little piece. Keep track of which is which. Putting my wet one over here so that I don't put it down on top of my work. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue this guy on top. This is that's what I was afraid of. It is Fabri-Tac. But I put it in this bottle with a really, really narrow tip for the purposes of the miniatures. But, as you might have, it's okay. I'm just going to have to get into the new habit of pulling a needle out and getting it, getting the nozzle unstuck with each use, but it's okay. It just happened to be closer, so. And less likely to get Fabri-Tac all over me, because this bottle sprung a leak long, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, a month ago. And it's built up enough that it, I don't get glue. It doesn't squirt out on me anymore. But every once in a while it does. Break that seal. If I squeeze it just right. And I don't know. I mean, I'm watching Gail. I mean, Gail's having issues with her bottle too. Hers glue's coming out underneath this seal right here. And I've never seen anybody have this problem. This is like my 4th or 5th bottle, and it always breaks in the where it says Sugar Bell. it always cracks in that same spot every time. Oh. Put a little glue right where I just stuck my thumb. Ah! Stay. So those of you that use the Sugar Bell icing bottles, tell me, I mean, because I don't really even see anybody talking about, like, their bottle springing a leak or having to replace it because it was leaking. You know, nobody really talks about that kind of stuff, at least not that I've seen on any of the channels I follow. So let me know, am I in the minority here where the bottles just hate me? Oh, I was wondering where that wandered off to. I came in looking for this the other day. It's the magnet charger for my phone, and it was sitting, and I saw it sitting just on my desk. Well, I came in at night when I was going to bed to come in and get it so that I could plug it in my room, and I couldn't find it. And I'm like, where? I'm not losing my mind. I mean, I am, but I'm not. It was on it somehow or another got magneted on the inside of my handle. Interesting. I don't know what I have for get my bag. Oh, the orange isn't too bad. My bag o' ribbon. Those scissors do not cut fabric at all anymore, not even something like ribbon. I'll go ahead and leave that where I can get to it just in case. And again, I go through the front. Other people choose to go through the back. It's up to you as the creator. It just gives you, like I said before, it just gives you different looks. Going through the front, you get this band across the front. And this on the back, the little V there. If you go from the back, the V is on the front of your piece and this is on the back. So it's just personal preference. Those seem a little long. And I'm going to cut them in opposite directions. There we go. So there's day 9. Just a simple little thing. Day 10 is simple lined tag. Now, I kind of went back and forth and waffled a little bit as to where, like, that was my fabric scissors. With lined being the primary image, or the main focal theme, do I want to just do lines on the front and that be the focal point of the front of the tag and leave the back blank, or decorate the front and do the lines on the back? Now, if you watch Cindy's video, she did the first option. She made the lines the focal point of her tag and left the backs blank. Bex did the opposite. She decorated the front gorgeously, mind you, and she did the lines on the back. And she actually drew the lines with a ruler and a pen. Hats off to you, girl. Can't do it. Nope. I don't find joy in that. I'm with Cindy on that one. I don't find joy in that particular activity. So I have line stamps. I've got several different kind. I also have stencils that create lines. can't find the stencil. I think it fell, like, off the back of my desk. I'm going to do kind of a little bit of both because I am going to be decorating the front, but, you know, the lines may still show through. The lines may still show through past some of the stuff that I'm going to be gluing on. And I like these lines because they're not like straight. They're rustic and I get this problem. I'm always covered in ink. At least I don't have to worry about my job anymore. That was always the hard part, is like, ugh, I have to try to get as much of this off before I have to go to work. And, you know, it doesn't always like to come off. My clients didn't care, and they knew, you know, they knew what it was. But my boss would always complain about it. And like, the fact that my hands are inky, does that affect my ability to be an effective counselor? I don't know. But whatever. I was medically retired by my state in 2002, so it's been a few years. Getting another wipe. So this May, it'll be 4 years actually. Blow my nose real quick. Hold on just a sec. Sorry about that. Okay. But yeah. Anyway. Coming up on 4 years. So I kind of went with browns, and it started out with me finding this particular stamp. Or sticker, not stamp, the sticker. And I'm gonna do some, I want to cut some of this white off. Or most of the white off. And then I'll ink. Not sure where the sticker came from. It was in my red box of stuff. Can't get too close because I don't want to cut these two butterflies off, so definitely going to have some white there to deal with. And I'm like, oh, I think I'm ready to finally get in there and craft. And then my med alarm goes off, and I'm like, oh, all right, let me go take my medication. Oh, med box? No, my med box is empty. I had to refill that. So yeah, it's been quite a morning just trying to get in here. Wow, there's not much ink. I don't want to get my ink pad out. So I just kind of spritzed it with a little bit of water just to get that ink moving. This is Tina Shabby Dabby Doo Dah. It's one of her digitals, a piece of it anyway. It was also in my bucket of stuff. So I kind of went with a brown neutral theme here. And it all started out with the sticker. So I do have this as well. This is one of my die cuts. It's funny because it started out with the sticker, and I'm thinking now that I've got everything out, I don't really like the sticker on there. Oh well. And I'm going to take the brown, because this base is gray. Trying to do things backwards. Y'all saw that, right? Ay, ay, ay. I'm going to tear the top so that I don't have the straight edge up there. So I do love Tina's lacy bits. She's got several collection kits, digital kits on her Etsy that are lace patterning. I think I pretty much have them all. And hers is definitely one that I use a lot when my ink's low and I've run out of yellow and all that's left in my cartridge is the red and the blue. Is I just hit, select a bunch and hit print and I let it go. Because, I use them as backgrounds on a lot of different projects. So if it's not the actual color, I'm okay with that. I just have to remember to let people know that if they go and download it themselves, what they see on mine is not the true color of the digital kit. So you see how much more tedious this is doing this versus putting the glue on your hand. You gotta get each little spot. So this die cut, as well as the set of butterflies, are both available in my Etsy shop. If you are new to my channel and you are not aware of that, I do have an Etsy shop where I sell primarily it's die cuts out of those 4 huge boxes that you guys saw me sort. I sell the cuts. But I also have listed on there some of the journals that I've made, some journal covers that I've made. I've got more journal covers to add. So yeah, it's all listed. It's like playlisted, like my YouTube is. Check it out. It's Peace and Cues, all one word, .etsy.com. Yeah. And if there's something specific you're looking for that you don't see, message me and ask, because I may just have it and just haven't cut it out yet. Because my switch, my Sizzix switch, the switch went out on it. So I've had to go back to manual die cutting, which is really, really hard on my body physically. It's hard on my joints, it's hard on my shoulder, it's hard on the arthritis in my hands. So I was initially kind of, doing one of everything and just having it in inventory. But it takes up a lot of space when the sales are slow. So I've gone back to doing them. And because I can only do so much before my hand says, yeah, we're done. So kind of gone back to doing things to order. Some jute. Again, go through the front. I don't want it to be that long. I wonder if I can get to I spun my little towers around. So I was looking to see if I could get to any of my charms, but I cannot get without like moving a whole bunch of stuff. I was gonna put a little butterfly charm on here. Now I have troubles with when I use jute string like this. It likes to come undone. So for me, I usually will flip it over and just put a little dab of glue right there at the top where all the threads come together, and that should prevent any future slippage. I didn't think about. Okay, go sideways, we're good. So, day 9, ink blending, and day 10, lines. I got lines on the front and lines on the back. So, thanks for tuning in again for hashtag 100 Days of Tags. CindyALewis and Bex at Black Whisper Crafts. And hit that hashtag. You'll see all of us that are participating, and go to Cindy's Ko-Fi and you can download the directions and everything, or you can just go to her channel. She does include the instructions for each tag each day in the description for the individual videos. So there's that option as well. But hit that hashtag, and if you're going to play along, don't forget to use it so we can find you too. All right. Well, you have yourselves a good day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. Peace out.